Hello there, guys. It is Wild Lindrica. Thanks so much for stopping in and checking on me, and ignore the little bit of a hair mess here. Didn't feel like really doing much with it, and also don't have my glasses on right now, but that's all right. It was creating quite the glare when I was trying earlier, so we're not going to do that. But I have a special video for you today. I've been working on this all day, and I'll give you just a little bit of the background. A lady from our church, which I absolutely love her. She's so amazing. On Sundays, she usually cooks these big family style dinners. We're talking, guys, fried chicken and dumplings and meatloaf and anything you could possibly imagine. Everything that's so decadent and so good and things that I can't have. So she always invites us up for dinner. We have a standing invitation. And she asked me the other night, she's like, I want you to come to dinner on Sunday. And she's like, you know, I'll make chicken and dumplings, and, you know, and I told her, well, you know, we can come and hang out, but I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to partake because of, you know, me eating keto. And she says, well, how about if I make you hamburgers? Will you eat hamburgers? And I was like, well, yeah, I can eat hamburgers for sure, no problem. So she's like, okay, well, that's what we'll do. And she's like, well, what do you want for dessert? And this is always the dreaded question that we have. And she's like, what can you do for dessert? Can you do fruit pies? And I was thinking, no, really can't do fruit pies, you know. And she makes this thing called, I think it's dog food or puppy chow. I ain't even sure what it's called. But guys, this is Oreos crushed up with ice cream and Cool Whip and M&Ms. And I mean, it's this big thing, and it's like one of my all-time favorite things in this world. And I'm really glad she didn't say, do you want me to make that? Because I would have been like, oh, yes, please. That's hair. Okay. But anyway, so I was like, well, how about I make dessert? You know, I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to make. And I have been craving. Down here in the South, we absolutely love peanut butter pie. I mean, absolutely, positively. Other than pecan pie, apple pie, you're going to eat peanut butter pie. That's just pumpkin pie too, I guess. But peanut butter pie is like one of those things that people really, 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 really like to indulge in. So I was thinking, I'm going to make a peanut butter pie. So, guys, what you're getting ready to see is my version of a keto peanut butter pie. I have been working on this all day. This is not from a recipe. This is all from up in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll get started with that. See you on the other side. Okay, so we are ready to start. I think I wore this the last time I recorded a recipe video, but it's all right because it makes me look prettified. So first thing I'm going to do, guys, I invested in a coffee grinder that can be used for spices and things like that. So what I've done here is I have started to use it's not what I want. I started to use the pure sweetener. It is organic erythritol and organic stevia leaf extract, natural flavors. So this is actually cheaper for me than Truvia, and I really like the taste better. I'm not sure what the difference is because the other one is Truvia is erythritol and everything like that. It's not organic, but this tastes a lot better to me. So for the entire recipe, and with pure, you use half of what you would normally use. So what I would typically do is I would go ahead and take a half of a cup, but I'm using a quarter of a cup, and that is granulated, so I need it to be powdered because I don't want it to be all crunchy in my pie. So what I've done is I just put a fourth of a cup in my grinder. And I have ground that up to the consistency of, yeah, powdered sugar. It's good. Really, really good. I'm really happy with this because, yeah, been not so much pleased with my thing originally. So I'm just going to go ahead. I have a handy dandy bowl here, and I'm just going to go, I don't have to dump it that way. I can dump it this way. It comes off. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump this here. Okay. I'll clean this out later. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details right now. Okay. So I have my powdered sugar, and guys, this is, I'll just use my fork. It's actual powdered sugar. And that's what I'm going to use inside of my pie. But now to start, I need to make the actual crust. And what's better than a peanut butter pie? A peanut butter pie with a chocolate crust. So for this, what I plan on doing is I do have a little, excuse me, I think it's a 9x7 Pyrex dish. That's what I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to start out with first though is almond flour. And I did do a test batch of this earlier and it worked so very good. So what I have here is a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1/2 cup. I think I might do a full cup. I don't know. So this is going to be very decadent, guys, but this is not just for me. This is for non-keto people too. So I need to make sure that they're going to like it too. So I'm thinking about using 3/4 cup. So I'm going to use that 1/2 cup and then I'll use 1/4 cup. I'm not going to go a full 1/2 cup. I'm not going to go a full cup. So I'll just go 3/4 cup of almond flour. And to that, I like chocolate. So in mine, because I'm going to make this kind of like a crumbly, kind of a cookie bottom. Got Hershey's Cocoa, Cacao, whatever you want to call it. I'm not fancy. So to that, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. And this is actually the lowest in carbs that I found of the cocos. So I like it with this one. 1 tablespoon is 1 serving and it's 1 carb. And some of them, if you get the cheaper kind, I'm not trying to say I'm a food snob and I'm not all this, but the better quality ingredients, and I know this isn't organic, this isn't whatever, but the name brand is going to be a lot cheaper, or not cheaper, but lower in fillers. So I bought some from Save-A-Lot, and it's like 3 carbs per tablespoon. It's filled with all kinds of crazy crap. So in this one, like legit, the ingredients is just cocoa. I don't know if you can see that, but that's it, and that's what you want to look for. Okay, so to my crust, I am going to take just some of this powdered sugar because you want that to be sweet as well. And that did leave me some for my mixture. Now, the ingredient that, let me move this over to the side so I can show you guys this. What I'm going to do is I have some walnuts, and I've already made sure that everybody is fine with walnuts. No one's allergic, nut allergies, and this is from my test run. But I am going to put some walnuts, and there's like legit like 6 little pieces here. So I'm just going to go pour these in. I'm not going to measure those in my measure. And guys, I'm not, I hate to say it like this, but I'm not doing macros on this. So if it is requested, I will go back and I will do them, you know, for people. But I'm not going to do it now. Because like I said, this is just for the sole purpose of I'm wanting to spend time with my friends. And I don't want them to feel bad because I can't eat anything that they're making. So I offered to bring them something, let them try it. My husband did try my test batch and he said it was really good. I put too much whipped cream though. And I agree. I agree. It was a little bit too much whipped cream inside my mix. So I'm going to pull back on some of that. And we're going to do mostly just like the cream cheese. So I'm going to add 1/4 cup of walnuts to my bag. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to close these up so they don't go bad. So I want to put these in my crust to give it a little bit of a nutty taste. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in this bag. And I have a rolling pin, but I'm not going to get it out for this. I'm just going to go ahead and crush up these nuts. And I'm using organic peanut butter that I'll be using for my filling. Okay. Mind me here, just smashing some nuts. That was bad. I'm sorry. Oh, gee willikers. Okay. So, okay, those are pretty smushy, except for those. They call me, make me out to be a liar. Okay. So, got a 1/4 cup of nuts. So let me throw that in here. So that's going to do it for my dry ingredients. I forgot the most important thing, so I had to go get it. Butter. And to this butter, to my crust, I'm not going to microwave this. I don't want this to be melted. I'm going to be using 1/2 of a stick of butter and 1/2 of a stick of butter is 1/4 of a cup, if you care about that kind of thing. So I'm not going to do this on camera because it's going to take me a little bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and smush this and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, guys, so I have that mixed together, and next time you all remind me that I have carpal tunnel, and that's not so easy to do this. So what I did is I just creamed the butter into the mix. So if you can see, it's kind of crisp, crumbly. Not doing a very good angle here, but I'm going to go ahead and press this into my buttered Pyrex dish. Okay, so I have my buttered Pyrex dish. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take the crust and plop it in. Now also, guys, this is going to be the time that you're going to want to at least, well, you probably should have done it before you put it in your Pyrex dish, but you want to test it and make sure that it is tasty. So, yummy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, change your angle there. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and pat this off into the bottom of my pan. And I'm not taking it up the sides and stuff like that because I'm just going to have it as a base. For my peanut butter pie, because you know, what is a pie really without a crust? In my opinion, nothing. It's not a pie. So you're just going to continue to put it out. Now once this bakes, it's actually going to be like a cookie bottom. And of course, once you put the actual peanut butter filling on it, it's going to loosen it up a little bit. But this is going to cook like a hard cookie, actually. So, I mean, I guess also if you actually just wanted to make a cookie, if you don't mind a flat cookie, you could use this for the same recipe. Okay, guys, so I have done this to the best of my ability. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I'm not sure how long it's going to take this to cook. When I did my little single self-serving, it took, I'd say probably 10 minutes. I don't know if it'll do the same for this, but I'm going to go ahead and plop this into the oven. And then while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the filling. So I will go pop this in the oven, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and put that in the oven. I did set the timer for 15 minutes, and I'm going to check it at 15 minutes to see. Now I'm getting ready to do the filling. And for this, I'm going to be using 1 full block of Philadelphia cream cheese. And we know why I go with the Philadelphia cream cheese. If you don't, it's in a past video. I'll tell you, it's just because it's lower in carbs and it's actually real. No fillers. I won't leave you in suspense. I hate when people do that. Oh, well, check out in such and such a video I did that, and then they don't leave a link. They don't leave nothing. Just they tell you what it's called, and it's up to you to go find it. I ain't gonna do that. I'll just tell you why. Okay. So I have 1 whole block of cream cheese. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to get it. I'm telling you, the inner fat girl comes out in me all the time. Okay, let me go ahead and put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Okay, so the cream cheese is out of the microwave. And what I'm going to do now is going to start the filling. I'm just going to let it sit there and cool for a minute. Now, I did have a little bit of heavy whipping cream left over here. Now, I'm only planning on using about 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. So, let's just see. Oh, it's almost there. I'll tell you what, let's just go with that and see how it goes. It's almost 1/2 cup. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add in, I got me a little handy dandy garbage bag right here so I can put everything in it when I get done. I'm using up old stuff, yay! Not old stuff, but stuff that I don't need anymore. So to that, I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of my powdered pure. Okay, and just to give it a lighter consistency, I'm actually going to go ahead and blend it, whip it. So I'll show you guys that. Let me see if I can get you in the right place here without showing all myself down there. So I just have a attachment, and if you see that there's already stuff on, it's because I made another batch earlier. But hope it ain't too loud. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I was like, oh, let me make sure it's not too loud. Well, it started going everywhere. So I stopped it and I blended it off camera, but it's not fully whipped cream, which is the way I wanted it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is add in my cream cheese, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it in little pieces there, just so it's not all in one big hunk. Okay, make sure I get it all. You gotta get all that stuff. I'm sorry guys, I have no idea where this voice and stuff is coming from today. Okay, so got all my cream cheese, so let me go ahead and mix that up off camera. Okay guys, so I have the cream cheese in there now with the heavy whipping cream, so you can kind of see the consistency there. Now what I'm getting ready to do, and as you all saw, I do have the organic no stir peanut butter, and I've been letting it sit on the counter upside down, thinking it was going to go ahead and do its thing, but guys, it didn't do its thing. It didn't mix it. Because I do have a video on this peanut butter. I might link that one, maybe not. Anyway, since I'm going to be putting it in something, I'm not going to be too concerned about it, but I am going to use 1/2 cup of this peanut butter. And for this peanut butter, 2 tablespoons is 1 carb. So I guess you can do the math on 1/2 cup, right? 2 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons is 1/4 cup. So we're doing 2 of those, so 8 tablespoons. Okay, we got it. Okay, it ain't too pretty, but because I didn't get to mix it very well. I think maybe because it wasn't open too, might have done that. So that is 1/2 cup of peanut butter. So let me go ahead and mix that off of camera. Okay guys, so I went ahead and mixed that up. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is a thick consistency, which is definitely what we want for this peanut butter pie. So as soon as that crust comes out of the oven and is cooled, I'll go ahead and show you guys the finishing touches. Okay, guys, so, oh, all crooked here. That's even worse. Lord mercy. So, this is the crust that has came out of the oven. It's hard to the touch, which is what we want. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take my mixture and I'm going to spread it over the top. I hope I use a spatula the right way, right? I was using the back end. Okay, so let me go ahead and get all the goodness out. And then we're going to spread it over top of the crust. And I always... Okay, guys, sorry about that. It actually, my memory card was full, so it shut off on me, so I'm so sorry. I don't know where you missed it. But what I was saying is I'm just going to take the mixture and I'm going to spread it around on the crust. And I hate this part, actually, because it's so hard for me to get it to spread out without big gobs of it coming up on my spatula. And then also missing spots, too. So this is going to be a pretty thin looking peanut butter pie, but that's all right because I did it in this dish because I don't know how many people are going to be there or how many people are going to eat it or anything like that, so they may not even want to. So, but at least I will be spreading the keto message. So just trying to fix that. My hands are clean, if anybody's wondering. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that as is. Now, I wish I could get you guys with better lighting. So what we'll pretend is that just did not happen. Completely pulled the camera off. So what I'm going to do just to make it a little bit fancier is I do have some Swiss dark chocolate. This is the 72% from Sam's Choice. And even with this, 3 squares is 7 carbs, and I'm not going to be using that. I'm just going to use 1. And I bought these back when I wasn't able to find my 90% chocolate because I absolutely loved it and I couldn't find it. So I went with the next best option. So what I'm going to do is I do have a little bit of a grater here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shave... and do it on the right side, Kim. Shave some chocolate to give it just a little bit of a fancier look. Oh, the whole piece fell off on that, which we don't want. Oh, whole piece fell off on that, which we don't want. Guess I'm just a little bit too aggressive. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do because these are like little itty pieces now. I'm not going to eat those if you're wondering. But I'll clean it up. So that is my peanut butter pie dessert. Yeah, so that's it. I was thinking, am I going to leave the recipe? I'm going to leave the recipes in the video, so pretty easy and pretty simple. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I don't have a what I eat in a day. I'm just going to show you guys a simple recipe here. So I can take this to my friend's house, and I know she's going to love it. That was a screenshot. Or a thumbnail, if you're wondering. So I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye.